Hey, aloha, Mark J, and this blog is really in response to a couple of emails and private messages I got about a blog I had written a few weeks ago about keeping the main thing the main thing. You know, the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing. And in today's world with all the distractions, it's so easy to lie to yourself. Lie to yourself. And check my email, Twitter, Facebook, the volume, and then what happens by the time you finish that 40-minute cycle, it's time to start all over again with Twitter and Facebook, and you know, it can sort of almost get obsessive and compulsive, but what you're really doing is responding to the world's to-do list for you rather than taking care of the main thing, because the main thing is to keep the main thing the main thing if you want your dreams to come true. And the hard reality is, oh, if I forgot to tell you, this is a freaking tough love blog, okay? A little tough love for you here today. And tough love I got way back in the 90s when I was doing okay. My first successful venture in network marketing after 5 failures was Market America. And I just really connected with a guy by the name of Tony Bowling. Just thought he was the nuts. And he was making around $25,000 a month. And I kept pestering Tony, what do you know that I don't know? What do you know that I don't know? And he kept saying, I don't want to tell you, Mark, because if I do, and he's very sophisticated and just a wonderful, precise guy, but basically explained to me that he didn't want to share with me what he knew that I didn't know, because if I did and I did not execute it, then it would create a rift in the friendship that was fostering, and he didn't want to put the friendship on the line. He said, but you can keep asking, and I kept asking, and I kept asking, and I kept asking. Anyway, one day he said, finally, I'll tell you, but you have to do it right. And I said, I'll do it right, I'll do anything, Tony. I was stuck at around $1,000, $1,500 a month and frustrated. So he said, where are you? And I told him where I was in the house, and he says, where's the TV? I said, it's in the next room. He said, okay, go there and unplug it. And I did. He said, do you have any other TVs? And I said, well, yeah, I got one in my daughter's room. He said, well, go upstairs and unplug that. And he asked me where I was and where the scissors were in the house. And I told him, and he said, well, go get the scissors. And I got the scissors. I said, what do I do now, Tony? He said, cut the cord on the TVs. Don't just unplug them, cut the cord, because we all are susceptible to distractions. And boy, are there more distractions today. And we can con ourselves into thinking that we're multitasking. And I'm going to talk about that in a minute. But here's what happened. I cut the cords on the TVs, and within 30 days, my paycheck had doubled. Within 30 days, it had doubled again, and I was on my way. Because once the TV was shut off, that distraction was gone. Now, in today's world, I'm not going to deny that it's even more challenging. But basically what you have with Twitter and Facebook and all that, folks, that's the world's to-do list for you. And responding to that means you're not keeping the main thing, which is what Tony really taught me. You've got to keep first things first. Now, you might think you're a good multitasker, but the scientific evidence is overwhelming. I've put a study from Stanford University that shows the idea of multitasking is a total lie. When you're on with a prospect, don't be checking your email. When you're playing ball with your kid, don't be thinking about your network marketing business. And here's how to do it. And this is really what the email was about. They said, Mark, we got the main thing, but how much time? You should know exactly, oh, here comes the ocean. You should, and your volume will start rushing in if you do this, by the way, okay? Forget about it. But anyway, you should know exactly how many hours you're working in a week. If you don't know, then guess what? You've just made a discovery, because a business that doesn't take inventory, and our inventory is what we do with our time, is out of business soon. So 80% of your time on the main thing, that's talking to people that aren't in the business. So I have a challenge for you, because one of the ways that we distract ourselves is going and listening to all these gurus that allegedly have webcasts for sale, and they're going to do you all these favors, and of course they're going to sell you more shit that you don't need. And basically this month coming up is a very special month and challenge for you. It's called Screw the Guru month, okay? Screw the Guru month. A buffangool to the gurus. Go to work. It's just a distraction listening to these guys and gals. I'm not putting them down, live and let live, but it won't build your business when you're listening to them or anybody else. Get on the phone, okay? It's a distraction to avoid it. So I'm going to challenge you to screw the guru for a month. Just make calls. Will you take the challenge? Will you take the challenge, or are you already off on something else and twitting that I went after everybody? Do the work. No excuses. Do your job. I want you here. That's why, or your own personal call. Anyway, will you take the challenge? Leave me a comment down below. Peace be the journey, even to the gurus.
Darkest shade, darling, darkest shade. Thank you for all the joy and pain. Pictures show second balcony.